It's the question of the week.
Would you rather win a $100 million lottery and have it announced on national TV, or a 10 million lottery and no one else knows about it?
For me, that's that at first, like, that is a good question, but for me, it's not, because I know the tax math on this stuff. So I want the 100 because I can put up blockades, I can block numbers, I can hide my stuff. I can tell people. I mean, you've met me. I don't think I'm gonna have a problem telling my daddy. My daddy wouldn't do this, but my daddy, get off my lawn, ain't giving you no free crap. So I personally, because that 100 million really is going to be about 42-ish million after taxes, and you take the payout and lump sum payout. So for me, I can do a lot with 40 million. I mean, I can do a lot with 4 or 5 million as well, but 40 million, that lets me change the world. What about you, Joe?
Yeah, I'd take the 100 million because I have no problem with telling people to shove off. Because to be honest, the people I'm going to help, I would have helped regardless of whether they asked. And so those that are coming around asking are people I wasn't going to help, to be completely honest.
Yeah. And let's be real. Just because they don't announce it, it pops on certain radars. So the charity world usually can get their hands on that information pretty well. They'll ask for donations, those kind of things. And somebody once told me a long time ago, you can't hide money. Now, some people can, but in general, I mean, I don't
they can until they can't.
Well, I mean, there's some people you look at them, you wouldn't realize, oh, that's a millionaire, because they're not flashy and showing it off. I don't quote Kanye often because he's a nutter, but
that's most of Hollywood.
Yeah, well, Kanye, it's not even anyway.
Yeah, he's on another level.
I believe he is the one who said this, that some rapper, made millions and they had all the big chains and diamond rings and the cars, and he's like, Kanye doesn't wear any of that stuff. Doing this, and then he was worth, I think, about close to $1 billion, if not $1 billion, at that point. And like, why don't you got your bling on or whatever? And he said, yeah, millionaires wear a bling, billionaires, I forget the rest of it. Basically, it's not the greatest quote, but the point was, the people with real money don't wear their money. So that but I think at 4 million, I would. I mean, I'd have me a nice electric car. I might figure out we'd demolish this house and build a nicer one. You can't hide money. So eventually the world will know that you have it. People, and the word gets out. So yeah, I'd rather have the 100 million and announce this. Random kid, Aaron Will, what do you guys think? You take the 100 million and have it announced on national TV, or you take the 10 million and nobody knows about it? So we will see what they have to say. Iron Will comes in. Of course, Iron Will comes in on the Kanye West failed quote, because I definitely didn't quote it correctly. But Joe, if you had, so while we wait for a little bit of feedback there, I know we talked about the big dreams, but what's the one big thing that you go, okay, it's so stupid, but I'm doing it? What would that be?
With money?
Yeah, well, if you got the 10 or the 100.
I mean, I know the practical thing I'd want to do, but the impractical would be creating my own red panda sanctuary, just because I want red panda pets and it's illegal. So,
but if I had a red panda sanctuary, a charity, yeah, you make it a charity and you raise the money, and now you're just making a better world. Mine is both practical and impractical at the same time. But I am buying my own 7-Eleven franchise and putting it in my home, in my town where I live, so that I can always get my Slurpees. Yeah, so it's practical in the fact that it can make me money, but it's impractical in the fact that I'm going to have to buy it, build it, train the people, make sure it's running, and then have somebody in there. Yeah, it's going to take a lot of effort and energy about doing it. Random kid says 10 million, because then I don't have to declare or tell my family. And then Iron Will says 100 mil. Yeah.